Did you know the current USPS was created in 1972? I did not know that.
I thought it was older.
The Pony Express?
That's new.
What was it before
It was before it's called the Post Office Department.
Oh.
Now it's United States Postal Service.
What's the difference?
1970.
I don't know. It just says Congress created USPS in 1972, making it a permanent fixture of the federal government.
Oh, it became a part of the government instead of like a private company?
Maybe that's what it is.
Did the phrase "going postal" come from crazy post workers?
Yes.
There was a mass shooter that was a postal worker.
Well, they were overworked, I think, is the whole thing.
And then they got mad and then they started
And
shooting.
they did it, and it happened a lot? Or it's
It
just...
happened a couple times.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, are you guys aware of the USPS situation, or it's going through a financial crisis?
This is going on
And
financial crisis.
Also, it's entering into the political spectrum in terms of the votes and all that.
Are they technically part of the government?
Yeah.
Yes.
So then how are they going through a financial crisis?
Well, they're not very profitable, is the whole thing about.
Right. So Amazon and all these different companies have come in and kind of basically took the thunder away from the Postal Service.
UPS was like complete shit for a long time, and that's what opened up the avenue for FedEx and UPS to come in and just do a better job than USPS did, and then USPS kind of had to up their game because of the competition.
Kind of like when AAA came in the picture, and then now you don't have to go to DMV to get stuff done.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then, go ahead.
Sorry, why does it have to be profitable if it's being funded by the
Or
government?
maybe not lose money at least.
Oh, they're losing mad money. And I didn't know this until I read into the whole crisis thing that they're going through. The agency, so the USPS, isn't actually funded by our tax dollars, like all the other departments in the government. They rely on the sale of postage, products, and services to fund its operations.
So it used to be profitable because back then they didn't have email.
More mail coming through, and then no Amazon, no
competition.
FedEx, UPS,
Crazy.
Whatever happened to that other one that...
DHL?
DHL, yeah.
They're still around?
I like them. They were colorful.
They're yellow?
Yellow and red.
Yeah, they're still around.
Bottom a mile away.
I think FedEx was the first to use flight and overnight and priority stuff. So like USPS was like too damn slow, so FedEx was like, I'll get the job
Well, people
done.
didn't think it could be done before FedEx.
We're like, I get it done. And I
That you
get it
could do
done fast.
overnight shipping.
My dumbass thought it was the Pony Express that turned into the USPS. You know the Pony Express when they would just like ride from town to town and it's like, here, you got a message? I got a message from Martha. You know what I mean?
Oh, crazy.
From Dear Eleanor.
But yeah, so the last time the USPS recorded a profit was in 2006.
Wow.
What
And
the fuck?
as of March 31st, the cumulative losses are totaled to be about $83.1 billion.
That makes
So
sense.
they're in big trouble,
They're in
man.
big trouble, yeah. And
Because
so
they pay the people really good, and then
And the retirement.
The retirement.
yeah, so the retirement's actually predetermined already when they hire the people.
but this is the problem with a lot of government things is that they can't move quickly to change. So like, for example, we don't use stamps as much, and if that's their number one biggest revenue, and all these other things, it's like, what are they gonna do?
That's true, yeah. And
They're not subsidized by anything else.
with the pandemic too, now it's even further kind of pushed them. Like no one wants to be at the post office. You know, it's
No,
just
it's the
like
worst customer service I've ever had, other than the DMV, also government run. Like, holy fuck.
It's because they're underfunded, and then so they're overworked, underfunded, and then they lost their revenue. But at the same time, they made these promises that they have to keep. They have to keep paying them a certain rate. They have to keep paying the retirees and all that stuff all the way up the chain. So that's just it's kind of like basic economics, right? If there's no money coming in, they're gonna run out eventually. So what are they gonna do?
then we'll enter Trump.
Yeah.
And enter. He hired a new guy to be the Postmaster General. His name is Louis.
I like that name.
Louis D. Joy.
Does this fool have like stars on his uniform?
Yeah.
Postmaster.
He's decorated general.
Of the postal service.
So DeJoy, he is a Trump donor, so he's a pro-Trump guy. Obviously, Trump hired him, and he is in charge now of fixing things at the USPS. And what he's done so far is to cut overtime, cut late delivery trips, and cut other expenses that ensure mail is delivered on time, which is rendering USPS to be not reliable at all.
Yeah.
And that is the biggest, that's the biggest backlash against this move, which is, yes, in order to fix the $1
money
billion worth of losses, you're cutting hours, you're cutting certain services to have less bleeding. But then at the same time, now everyone in the country can't rely on you to deliver the mail.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are fussing about that, and not only that, but now that the election's coming up, and there's a lot of people that are wanting to vote via mail and mail-in ballots rather than going in person because of the pandemic. A lot of people are saying, well, now because of this move that Trump has done by hiring this guy, we can't even vote and trust that our votes are going to get in on time because of the whole cutting hours and stuff like that.
Do the ballots only go through USPS?
Good question. I'm not too sure about that, but based on what Twitter is sounding off on, it seems that way.
Well, yeah, because I read the Vice article about this.
Yeah.
And basically they say that the whole thing is that Trump is trying to downsize sorting machines at these post offices in order to fuck with vote by mail, so that the states don't do vote by mail, so that or so that he can fraud the election is the
Right.
You can't vote online.
I don't think so.
That would open up a lot of fraud, I
It has to be
feel
a
like.
physical ballot.
Yeah.
But then
Because even the mail-in thing is a new thing.
we register bank accounts, and then like we could register with the DMV, and we could do so many things online that's super protected. Like our government can't figure that out.
Like, yeah, even some of those like crypto places, things that you gotta like
With
register.
20 different verifications and
they'll,
shit.
Like, they'll like straight up scan your face on your computer.
Yeah.
Like, why
I don't
can't
know,
play
when
some of that
when they
stuff?
launched Obamacare, remember the website ordeal? It was a fucking mess. Like,
That's
I don't
true.
know if I trust them to set up a web page.
Everything's shit. Why is their website and
They're not
everything
buying
so
the fastest
shit?
internet. They're buying the shittiest servers,
it's
so
all
it takes
boomers
so
up
long.
there. They don't know what they're
Yeah, everything that they make feels like it's from 20 years ago, like
Yeah.
website-wise.
and they spend fuck tons of money on it. I'm like, how much is it
And they spend
to make a
years.
website?
Yeah, I'm like, yo, I could have got a better deal. You didn't have to spend $100,000 on that website, dude. You just could have talked to me. What the fuck? And then it looks like somebody made that website in '93.
Angel Fire site.
Yeah, like what? They just got a
GeoCities.
template from Angel Fire.
But this is a very fun conspiracy, right? Because it's like, they're gonna steal the election, always a fun conspiracy. And then it's like, they're because Trump appointed somebody who donated to him, which by the way is how political appointments fucking work. They that's what they have
Scratch
been
my
doing.
back, I'll scratch your
That's the
back.
corruption of Washington for as long as I've been alive.
It looks very insider.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that looks juicy, right? And then the sorting machines getting taken out of these facilities looks juicy. And then it's like, ooh,
Did
put
you
these
see
together.
they were starting to take out mailboxes too? Mm-hmm. There's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
truckloads of just mailboxes. So they're like, our accessibility is gone. It does kind of make sense though, because think about it, right? Like some places, the only way the only service that does go there is the postal service. Like Amazon doesn't deliver. Or like if they're super rural, like there's no fucking FedEx trucks because it doesn't make sense for them to go
Do you
there.
think that the government's chill with our taxes not getting there on time then? If we have to
True.
if we have to send them through the mail?
No excuses there.
I know, right?
True.
They did give us an extension because of the quarantinos.
Yeah.
But still, I would like just kind of like, how about 1 year we don't have to pay taxes? How about that, dude?
that'd be
Like, isn't
so
that cool?
cool.
Yeah, how about that? Yeah.
That'd be so
tight.
sick.
And for all the people that are working out there, how about they just get a refund for all the taxes that they did pay? How about that? I mean, that might stimulate the economy. How about that, you know?
How about them, Apple? How about that?
How about getting the money into our hands so we can, because we'll spend it, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like the banks, I don't
can't
know,
do
they're just
that.
going to invest it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy a paddleboard. I'm going to stimulate the economy. I guarantee you I'll
Through
fucking
paddleboarding.
spend it
Dude,
on
if
shit.
they give you back everything that you put into taxes or whatever, if they give you a chunk of that and they're like, the only caveat is you have to donate to one tax thing that would normally get taxes. So if it's the schools or the military or
Yeah.
whatever, like you have to donate a certain percentage to one, but you get to choose.
Yeah, yeah.
That'd be tight.
The Humane Society.
Yeah.
I'll
It
pay
makes me
the,
feel like I'm contributing rather than you're stealing my money.
the Department of Water and Power. How about that?
I sent it to war, directly to war.
Okay. I think
And
that
there's no difference then.
then people
Oh,
would
true.
just emotionally invest into the government, and the things that we actually need, it won't be allocated. You know, like we need missiles. We do. We kind of do. You know.
Don't we have missiles?
I know, but we need more or something.
But we gotta keep everyone else in check, right? Yeah, we gotta have more missiles.
It's just a necessary evil. I kind of think.
Gotta have 'em.
There's just people out there like.
Gotta have more drones.
Yep.
True.
Yeah, this shit's been really fucking with a lot of small businesses, which really sucks. So I have a girlfriend who has like a pretty successful like fitness line and stuff, and she was hitting me up like, hey, are all your deliveries going via like shipments going via USPS? Are they being delayed? And I'm like, I don't know, like I think so. And then she's like, yeah, my shit's getting delayed for up to a month. Oh my god. Yeah, so then all her customers are like, what the fuck, where's my shit? And she's like, we sent it out like the next day. And it's like a month delay.
And Jeff Bezos is like, I told you Amazon's the best.
He's over there counting.
He's an evil motherfucker, huh? He's like, oh, I knew this would happen. I wouldn't be surprised if him and Bill Gates got together and they created Corona so they could fucking high five each other and be like, let's make money,
That's a
billionaires.
Yeah, because you have to follow where the money is, right? Who banked the most off of Corona?
That fool made like $7 billion in one day the other day.
Dude, he made a fuck ton of money, man.
Oh shit.
New conspiracy.
What?
They're aliens.
They look alien.
Right?
True.
I mean, just look at them.
And they confirmed this year, the US government confirmed that alien spacecrafts were real.
I love how no one gave a fuck.
no one cares.
That's true.
Because
Like,
they're
hey,
like,
we think we actually recovered alien spacecraft. New York Times says it, and everyone's like,
they're like, well, UFOs doesn't mean alien, but they actually said these crafts were not created on this Earth.
like where the fuck?
So who created them on a different
It's too
world?
crazy this year already. No one gives a fuck.
Maybe they're just kind of like, can we like get over one thing before we start the next
Our
thing?
emotional capacity
Too
are at its
much.
limits.
It is a lot.
We just can't fucking take anymore.
It is a lot, man.
Oh shit.
For me, all this new shit is just like, I'm in a Black Mirror episode.
Yeah, who's surprised anymore at any of this shit?
True.
But that's why the alien shit's more interesting, because I'm like, how do you take us with you?
Yeah.
How do we...
Why would you want to go with them?
Huh? Because why would I want to stay here?
This is kind of cool.
But you don't. How do you know? You never been there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Cool.
All I'm saying
What if these aliens have like 4 titties and big old booties?
I don't want more titties.
They're like, hey Joe, we're taking you to our home, blowjob planet.
No.
Oh, really?
Shut the fuck
Who
up.
is this
Too
guy?
much of a good...
Rim job planet.
Okay, rim job planet. That's the
Stimulation.
Okay, now you're talking my language.
There it is.
You got
We
it,
have
babe.
rings around
You're
the planet
talking
for
my
a reason.
language. Trombone.